As a mom and a Sunday school teacher, I'm constantly looking for gifts and craft project ideas. I need them to be cheap and easy. What I came up with are these wooden picture frames. They are both cheap and easy. And with a little imagination and creativity, you can make a nice keepsake in one afternoon. Let's start with the picture frame. The frames are inexpensive. They can be found at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Walmart. They're usually around $1 a piece. They are made to hold a 4x6 picture frame. Let's get started. First, you need to decide if you want your picture frame to go horizontal or vertical. If you look on the back, there's pre-drilled holes to help you decide. You can either hang it on the wall, or it comes with this little wooden dowel. You can insert in here, and it will rest on a bookshelf like so. Next, you need to get some sandpaper, nothing very coarse, just some light sandpaper, and lightly sand your picture frame before you get started. Remove any rough areas or impurities on the frame. Next, you want to protect the area you're going to be working on. You can use some newspaper, an old cloth, etc. I'm using old newspaper today. I also like to use wax paper or some saran wrap, and I lay it down and then lightly spray it with some vegetable oil. This will help keep the painted frame from sticking to anything. Let's get ready to paint. First, you're going to choose your color scheme. Here I have some sample colors. Today I'm going to be using the Apple Tart Green. These are all acrylic paints in various colors and different brands. They're very inexpensive, around $1 or $2. Again, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Walmart, Dollar Tree, dollar store. They're non-toxic. They're very easy to clean up. If you spill some, usually just some water will clean it right up. If you get it on your hands, it usually washes off with just some warm water, maybe some soap. These paints dry very, very fast also, so that makes it very easy to get this craft project done within one afternoon. The paintbrush that I will be using this afternoon is this sponge paintbrush. I prefer this. They're very cheap. They come in a bundle usually for $2 or $3. They're cheap enough that you can throw them away after one use. I like to wash mine out with some warm water, let it dry, and it's ready to go again. Now it's time to actually start painting. If you haven't done so already, if you're working on one of these projects, you need to remove this cardboard insert just by lifting up these prongs in the back. And it pops right out. You can throw it away. I like to use mine to go in behind the picture that I put in here as an added reinforcement. Now let's get ready to add our paint. This is the container that I'm going to use. It's an old muffin tin. As you can see, I've used it many times before. A plastic bowl, plastic cup, anything like that is very easy to use for these projects. It washes right out. Squirt just a little bit in to get started. You can always go back and add more, but once you've put it in your container, it's hard to get the unused paint back into this bottle. Just apply a little bit. You don't need a big glob to the end of your brush, and just make nice even strokes going in the same direction. And you want to make sure that you cover up all areas, all surface areas of the picture frame. Any visible areas, you'll want them covered up. I try to go in the direction of the wood grain itself. Depending on the color that you use, you may have to add more than one coat. I like to add usually 2 or 3, but make sure you wait 30 minutes to an hour in between coats. Now, we can add our decorations and embellishments. You can use the picture frame plain painted, but I like to add a little special touch to it. And I have some samples of what you can use. First, you want to make sure that your picture frame is completely dry before you add any decorations or add the pictures. This is my personal favorite to use, are these wooden cutouts. Again, they're found at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, any craft store. They're ready to use just like this. They're already cut out, painted, little hot glue puts them right onto your picture frame. I have used buttons with some hot glue and ribbon. These are also very easy to use. They're the three-dimensional stickers. They have the adhesive right on the back. You just peel off the label and stick them right on. If you were doing a beach theme, you could use these, or a Valentine's theme, you could use these. Little Elmer's glue or some just wet paint, you can add this glitter to it and really make it sparkle. Just the possibilities are endless with your imagination and creativity. I have some samples of a few finished projects I've made. I made this a couple of summers ago when my Girls in Action group went to the beach. I framed a picture of them to help commemorate the day, painted it yellow, added some computer printouts of the activity and the date, and then hot glued on these wooden cutouts. Next, they're almost identical, but just to show you how simple this project really is, these are two frames that both of my children have made. It was to help remember their cousins coming to stay during the 4th of July weekend last year. I took a picture of them at the parade. They painted them, added their buttons and wooden cutout, and then this little whirligig came off a cupcake. We washed it and hot glued it on. One child wanted theirs to hang on the wall, so he left it as so. And then the other child wanted theirs to rest on their bookshelf, so we added the wooden dowel. As you can see, these wooden picture frames make great gifts and craft projects. They are inexpensive and usually cost less than $5 each. They are easy and can be completed in one afternoon. With a little imagination and creativity, the possibilities are endless.